You are now tuned in to the Underground Media Podcast. This your boy Jay Alcatraz.
And Jillian.
And we got a lot to talk about today. A lot of interesting topics. And I don't know where we're going to start. This is the first time. So don't judge us.
We're newbies.
We new to the game. You know what I'm saying? So whatever goes here.
Just bear with us.
Right, exactly.
We're going to get it popping.
Exactly. So what's been going on? What you been hearing about in the news?
I've heard a lot of things in the news. I've heard a lot about Trump. I've heard a lot about Joe Budden, which I know that you are dying to talk about. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Joe Budden. Well, first off, I want to start off by saying that I like Joe Budden. I like some of his music. He a good rapper.
But there have been a lot of things that's been going on, circulating, stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of people, got his loyalty in question. Especially with Eminem. The things he said about Eminem, I don't think that he necessarily should have said about him. Let me straighten it up. He didn't say nothing bad about him. He just critiqued his album, and I think he went overboard with it. And by him being signed to Shady Records, I don't think that was a good look. You know what I mean? That's your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? It's your boss. You don't say things about your boss or even one of your homeboys like that on social media. You know what I mean? Or on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that, you gotta kind of keep to yourself. Or if you go say something about it, it's a way that you can say it.
Well, I know you know a lot more about Joe Budden than I do. But from what I've read, the way he critiqued the album was not good.
No.
There was a certain way that you could come across about it.
Exactly.
And I don't think that it came across very well.
Nah, not at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wanted to say something about the album, he could have said, hey, I don't like the album. It's not that good. It's not my favorite work from him. Eminem is a good artist, but at the same time, I think he could have did better. But I'm not the one to judge. You go out and buy the record, and you see what you think about it. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree. Okay, so he had his own opinion about the album, but there was a certain way that he could have come across. Maybe it wasn't his best work. He's really talented. From what I've read, you didn't have to go at him like that.
Exactly. And everybody, in my opinion, I think Jay-Z didn't make a good album. You know what I mean? And I'm a big Jay-Z fan, and I feel like a lot of people don't want to say that about Jay-Z. You know what I mean? They playing favorites. You know what I mean? I think Jay-Z could have did way better with this album. I didn't hear the Eminem album, but the Jay-Z album 444, I think could have been a way better album. You know what I mean? I heard classic after classic from Jay-Z, and that just wasn't one for me. You know what I mean?
But I did hear Eminem went back at Joe Budden on his album, so why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I didn't really hear the song, but yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's word on the streets.
Twitter.
He going back at him, and and that's one thing. Joe Budden don't really want no war with Eminem as far as rapping go, or a battle. You know what I mean? I think M gonna destroy him if it come down to that.
Well, from what I've heard, a lot of people are coming out and they're showing their support for Eminem, and they're pretty mad at Joe Budden for his response to the album. Yeah,
most definitely.
There's a lot of people that have come out, I think 50 Cent. Who else?
Oh yeah, 50, Bizarre from D12. 50 said he got a whooping coming. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Joe dug a hole I don't think he gonna be able to get out of unless he,
What do you think would have been the right way to approach it? How would you have approached it?
I wouldn't have said nothing about it. I would have been like, hey, Eminem got a new album out. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? That's
I
it.
mean, I would have given, in my opinion, I would have given my opinion.
I would have gave my opinion.
But I would have given it in a respectful way, too.
Right.
I would have said, this is what I think. I wouldn't critique it like, somebody that's done a lot for you. I wouldn't have insulted that at all. But like you said, I would have also been like, buy the album, check it out for yourself, give your feedback.
Yeah. And then, anybody that come out with an album, you know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure they doing the best they can do at the time. You know what I mean? They just trying to put out some music. And they don't need to call their music trash or anything. Just say, hey, the music is out. Such and such came out with an album. Check it out. I gave it 3 stars or 2 stars. You check it out. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just diss somebody's work.
I mean, I think, in my opinion, people come out with good albums, and then I'm not saying good and bad, but I think people come out with, people are always going through stuff in life. Yeah. You have albums at the peak, and then you have albums, and I'm not saying that's the case, but you can't judge somebody about what they're coming out with because, we know Eminem is talented, right?
Exactly.
He doesn't have to prove it.
And all these rappers, let's keep it real. No, a lot of these rappers don't always put out good albums. You know what I'm saying? And and some of them like the best rappers that ever came out. Like LL, I love LL. I think he a lyrical beast. Every album he came out with wasn't sweet at all. You know what I mean? Like he had some good albums and he had some albums I wasn't feeling.
But again,
that don't change who LL is.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't take away his credibility.
Right.
You know the potential.
Right.
So somebody, their album, and it's not just based off of what they do. You have a record company, you have, producers, like a lot of different things. There's a lot of different elements that go into it.
Exactly. And like getting back to Jay-Z, like Jay-Z then put out a lot of classic records and he put out a couple of duds, you know what I mean? And and that's that, you know what I mean? Do I think Jay-Z is whack? No. Jay-Z's still a good artist, but he didn't deliver on his last album to me, and I'm quite sure it's not Eminem album not as bad as Jay-Z's album, but ain't nobody gonna say that about Eminem.
Well, I'm not gonna say Jay-Z's album was bad. I'm not gonna say Eminem's album was bad. They're like legends,
right?
Right. So, if you come out with something that's not as great as one before, well, you really can't compare it.
Right. They both put out classic albums in a day, and you know what I'm saying.
And we all know what they're capable of.
Right, and hey, maybe it's good to him. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about what we think. Maybe it felt good to him.
That's like, in my opinion, it's like people when they go to work. You have good days, you have bad days.
Right.
And just because people, put out albums, there's some good times, there's some bad times. You can't really judge people on that, especially if you know their potential at the beginning.
Right.
You know not necessarily at the beginning, but if you just know their potential. They came out with some fire, then they're talented.
Right. And it's and sometimes with music, it's not always about people not always putting out albums just to impress their fans, Sometimes it's therapeutic for them. You know what I mean? They just want to get some things off their chest and they got it off their chest with that body of work. You know what I mean? If it sounds good to everybody else, that's another thing. You know what I mean? Who cares? You know what I mean? The guy that put out good records, he a good rapper. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have their good days, everybody gonna have their bad days. That's that. You know what I mean? I'm not the one to be, and I'm a big hip hop fan. I've been a hip hop fan since I was a kid. Me and hip hop is the same age. I follow hip hop from day one, and I can say, hey, you have your good days, you have your bad days.
And I'm not just a fan of hip hop. I'm a fan of a bunch of different genres of music. But I know that people that are talented, sometimes when they put out music, it's not necessarily what they're. I don't want to say that it's not what their fans want to hear, but sometimes they're going through something different, and maybe they want to switch it up a little bit.
Exactly.
And that's good. You should always branch out and try new things, because if not, then what are they doing it for?
Right.
You want to have you want to branch out and try new things and see what works, see what doesn't. I'm not saying go back to the basics, but.
And the problem with everybody is everybody's just too judgmental.
I agree.
And I hate that about hip hop because they don't do that in R&B. They don't do that with country. They don't do that with rock. They don't do that with jazz. Hip hop, they always want to like overjudge everything. You know what I mean? Like, man, this person might have felt like that was their best work, and then you just came and just like said it was nothing, and you know what I mean? And they probably felt like they did a good job. You know what I mean?
Not only that, I mean, people want to branch out into different things, like I said before. And if you want to try something new, try something different, then, like, that's good. It might work. You might like it.
Right.
People might, it's not, you shouldn't try to make yourself get into one thing instead of, like, a bunch of different avenues.
Right.
You should try to reach out to I think you should.
And these rappers, I don't know, they fickle these days. You know what I mean? Like, why would you put a show together just to, and I got a lot of respect for Joe Budden, you know what I mean? But it's like, why would you even, like, why would you even go there just, you know what I'm saying? Like, he tried to say something about Jeezy's album when Young Jeezy was coming out with his album. Well, no, he ain't saying nothing about the album, but I think he said something like, nobody's excited about a Young Jeezy album. You know what I mean?
I'm sure
like,
people were excited.
You probably not excited
Jeezy
about it.
fans were.
Right. He probably not excited about it, but I'm quite sure there's a couple of dudes sitting in the trap waiting on Jeezy to drop another album. You know what I'm saying?
That's the beauty of music.
Right.
Is different people come out with different things to appeal to different people.
Right. Like when 50 dropped Curtis, the album Curtis, a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was dope. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people probably wasn't checking for it, but I was checking for it because I'm a 50 fan. You know what I mean? Just like when 50 came out with all his other albums, Animal Ambition and...
Shout out to 50. We love 50.
Before I Self-Destruct. All them albums came out, I was checking for them. I listened to all his mixtapes, you know what I mean? Because I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? When you're a true-to-life fan, you don't really care. If your favorite artist drop a dud, fine. That don't mean you gonna stop listening to them.
Yeah. Okay. So it wasn't as great as the other ones.
Right.
I'm sure they're gonna come out with something better.
50 brought a lot to the table. Eminem, he brought a lot to the table. I said Eminem, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Eminem, 50,
and I
Jay-Z,
think 50, Jay-Z, Joe Budden. Like,
Joe.
I appreciate all of them.
Yeah, Joe brought something to the table. You know what I mean? Everybody brought something to the table, man. Man, y'all gotta stop hating on each other. And that's what I say is hating.
Stop hating on people.
You know what I mean? And you might not be meaning to hate, but you hating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
sometimes
can do their best hating. Work. Yeah.
Right. Sometimes you could be hating, and I know you hating. You know what I mean? And I think Buttons was hating. Didn't realize he was hating. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Just learn from that.
But my problem with him is that you said he might be like subliminally hating, but not really knowing he was. But then he came out and was like, I don't know why people are insulted.
Yeah, he playing stupid.
But you can't expect for you to insult somebody like blatantly on the radio and then not have feedback.
You playing stupid, Joe.
If you want to have your opinion, fine, but you have to accept the feedback too, and that people aren't going to accept it very well.
Yeah, you can't.
Especially the fans.
Yeah, and people walk around here thinking they can say whatever they want to say. You can't do that.
No, you can't.
I mean, you can.
You can, but you have to accept the repercussions.
Yeah, like if you say something about a dude, something foul about a dude, and especially publicly, or on the internet, right. You say something bad about a dude. You gotta expect there's gonna be a problem when you run into that dude.
You have to expect that people are gonna get mad.
Right, this is the world we live in.
People aren't gonna agree with you. That is the world that we live in. Yeah, it's 2018.
People you got the freedom to say what you want to say.
Exactly.
But that don't mean that it's always gonna pan out good for you.
That doesn't mean that when you say something, it's not gonna come back on you.
Exactly.
You have to be man or woman enough to deal with the repercussions.
Exactly. If you say something about a dude that's out of line,
or a woman,
or a woman, you gotta expect that you might get slapped, cussed out, or something good might not. You know what I'm saying? Something good might not come out of this. You know what I mean? Like.
By the way, shout out to Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B.
Love you.
Yeah, and I'm getting tired of people hating on her. I'm tired of people saying Nicki Minaj.
I love her too.
Fell off, or she not this and that because Cardi B is the new hot thing, whatever. Like, come on, man.
Nicki Minaj is talented too.
Yeah,
Cardi B is talented too.
I respect talent, and you gotta let talent live. You know what I mean? Like, everybody got talent. Right. And stop talking. I'm tired of people talking about Drake. Not a real rapper, or he not a good MC because he didn't write a couple of lines. Like, come on, man. Let's get off that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all doing too much in this hip hop, man. Y'all too judgmental.
People are being too very judgmental and very, very critiquing. Yeah, I thought that when hip hop came out, it was supposed to be everyone should be different. Not that they have to be.
Right.
You don't want a copycat, which people are, up in arms about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
Right.
I don't think they're copycats.
No. I mean,
you want to respect each artist for what they're doing.
Exactly.
And that's what I do.
And I think Cardi B, she's doing her thing right now. Salute to her. I think Nicki Minaj is doing her thing.
Salute to her.
Salute to her. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody that's out there getting money. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone that's doing something and making an effort and being successful, I'm on board.
Right. At least they ain't out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Robbing and stealing.
Right.
You know what I mean? They doing something positive with their life. You know what I mean?
And they have talent.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to get off that, man, for real. This is, and I'm glad to be on this podcast right now to be able to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all dudes out here, man, y'all too judgmental, man. You know what I mean? Like, salute the next dude for getting money. That's, you know what I mean?
Love for one another, man.
Show some love, man. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, so what? Get that dude props.
If you don't like
for
it,
being
then,
able to,
then move on.
Right.
But just appreciate that they went out and they did hard work, made an effort.
I know, and with Joe Buttons, I know your show was called Critique the Album Show. I just thought it was a podcast. Like, why you gotta diss everybody's body of work? Come on, man. Like, get off that. You know what I'm saying? But, much love for Joe Buttons, though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
I ain't on here to diss nobody. I'm not on here to, whatever, This is our first podcast, our first episode, so we're
not trying to insult anybody. Yeah. We appreciate everyone.
Yeah, we freestyling right now, you know what I mean? So, whatever. Y'all don't like it, I don't care. You know what I mean? We doing us, you know what I mean?
We're just saying what we're...
Yeah, we just speaking our mind, you know what I'm saying? This ain't scripted. I ain't just come out of Spec Howards to learn how to talk on a radio show or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it the way I want to do it. And she doing it the way she want to do it.
Right.
And that's all that matters. But what else is going on in the news? Let me talk about... No,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to talk about the mudslides in Montecito in California.
I didn't hear about that.
A lot of people died. And more importantly, my thoughts and prayers are with the families of those people affected, because that's tragic and it's awful. And I hope that we're sending all the help that we can and all the aid that we can, because it's tragic and it's terrible. It's heartbreaking. So our thoughts and prayers are with the family.
And where this happened at?
Montecito, California.
Montecito, California.
Yeah. Also, President Trump.
Oh yeah, Donald.
We're gonna call him President Trump because it's our president. He called Haiti a shithole.
Come on, Donald.
I saw Anderson Cooper. Regardless of what people think about Anderson Cooper, because he's gay or whatever, there were a lot of memes and a lot of, distasteful comments about him. But Donald Trump called Haiti a shithole. And Anderson Cooper got on, CNN, that's who he's with, and he was talking about, he went to Haiti. And he spent a lot of time there and was talking about, a bunch of different children, families he met with. And his heart, you could tell that his heart was broken when he was talking about it. And I just think that our president, people don't take consideration into what other people are going through. America is America. We're blessed. We're grateful. We are, comfortable. Other countries aren't.
Yeah, that is true. I think, people in this country, take that for granted. We so comfortable with our heat, our unlimited water, our energy drinks.
And here's another point. With all of this, and I don't want to come off bad, but the Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, which is good. I believe that people, African Americans, Black people should be very proud of where they've come from, from then to now.
Exactly.
But we're getting to a certain point to when people are getting so upset that we're creating a divide with all of us. And I don't mean to make it a bad subject, but it's kind of creating a divide.
Yeah, people got to watch what they say, because, your mouthpiece is everything. It's powerful. You know what I mean? Like, you can say one little thing and it can spark something big. You know what I mean?
And I'm not saying that, history is history.
Right. But Donald Trump, he need to watch what he say. He not...
Well, I think that what he's saying is sparking defense from the people of America. We're supposed to make America great again, but his statements are creating a divide.
Yeah, and I ain't cool with the whole. I mean, I ain't saying I ain't cool with it, but the whole make America great again. Like, you can't. I mean, come on, Donald. Like, let's make America great again, or you should have said let's make America better, because making it great again, you can't say that it was great. In your eyes, maybe it was great.
It's contradictory,
right? It wasn't great for everybody. You know what I mean? So you can't, when you say great, you speaking for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't great for everybody. You know what I mean? So it should say, let's make America better. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's it. You know what I mean? Or it should have been God bless America. Or God bless the world. You know what I mean?
That reminds me of that movie we watched.
Oh, yeah.
God bless America, no place else.
That's
what it reminds me of.
No, dang, that movie would...
it was Chris Tucker and that one white guy.
Head of State.
Head of State.
Yeah, that was Head of State.
That's what it reminds me of.
Make America better.
Better, yeah.
That's what he should have said. Not great again, man.
Not great again.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it wasn't great for everyone.
It wasn't great for everybody. Right. It was great for him because he's been rich half his life. You know what I mean? So you can't. When did you have a bad day?
I'm not trying to insult Donald Trump. I think he has done good things. But I think, my opinion, I don't think anyone's perfect.
Right.
Any other president has not been perfect.
And
the way that he put stuff is, it doesn't sound good.
It don't come off good. And that's
it does not come off good for a lot of people, no.
And that's why a lot of people don't like him, because it's what he say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
and how he says it.
How he said it, But he made himself a little bad from the start, he came in the door looking bad, And then, and I don't think that, he worse than like a George Bush or anything like that. You know what I mean? I think that he has potential to do good things, but he just let his mouth just take over everything. And sometimes you guys gotta control what you say, man. You gotta learn how to speak, learn what to say, what not to say.
And I'm not gonna speak against our president, because I think that anyone that's a president that has to speak in front of the press, you have to choose your words carefully. I just think that he could choose his words more carefully.
Yeah.
And you can't call Haiti a shithole.
Exactly. Well, what if somebody said that about America? Because I'm quite sure a lot of people could say that about America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go in some parts of America, you go see the same thing you see in Haiti.
I think Haiti's a lot worse off than America.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's
definitely
poverty, of course.
Well, definitely, but you got parts of America that look like Haiti.
when they had that earthquake, 8 years ago, there were like 300,000 people that died. That's devastating. People that were buried in rubble for like a week, over a week.
Exactly.
Kids.
Yeah, I mean.
And the people are resilient in Haiti.
Right. And how many people you said died?
300,000 from what I read.
Well, and I'm quite sure.
I think it was 220,000 to like 300,000.
And I'm quite sure the crime rate not as high as ours as a country. Like, if you think about, but of course, America is bigger. So, you know, but I'm just saying, like, our crime rate.
Devastating that was to lose.
Yeah,
that
was devastating. Yeah. So for him to say that about them, they can say that about us because we losing that many people every day in this country. But, and you go in certain parts of this country. Not saying that I'm not.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say, right?
I don't want you to think that it's coming. I mean, Haiti is an impoverished country.
Right.
And like, they don't have the resources that we have.
But we have.
I was reading about that the year tuition for kids to go to school was like $15 for a year. And 1/3 of the families couldn't even do it. They couldn't afford it. So the teachers let them come anyway. We've never had to be in that position.
Right. We never had to be in that position.
Poverty.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, America could still be called the same thing that he called Haiti in some people's eyes. Some people think the same way about America. That's just saying, like, hey, no country is greater than the next. You know what I mean? You know. It's crazy, man. I wish Donald would just get his act together, man, you know, and just do his job and do it good. You know, stop talking, stop tweeting, get off Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And just be the president. Be a leader, you know. And that's it.
I agree. On Twitter, he should probably spend less time on Twitter and more time. I'm not saying he's a bad president. I don't want that to, you know, I'm not saying that he's a bad president, but he should spend more time, I think, less on Twitter and more on, you know, all of the terrible things we have going on right now, and including Puerto Rico.
Yeah, man. Y'all slept on Puerto Rico, man. It's like Puerto Rico is a part of America, and, you know, when they had a hurricane, whatever.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing for Puerto Rico at all, you know, and that's sad, you know.
And I know a lot of people, another thing about, and I hate to get on politics, but about Mexico building the wall. I don't agree with building the wall. I know it probably sounds bad, but I don't agree with it. I worked with a bunch of people in restaurants that were just, they were working, trying to provide for their family. They sent all their money back to Mexico.
They just need to beef up border security, that's all, you know.
But I'm not against people coming to work here and putting their money back home. I'm not.
Hey, I'm all for foreigners coming over here to work. You know what I mean? If they can come over here and create
I don't care if they're Muslims, Mexicans, Indians. I don't care.
Yeah, whoever has
to drive, whoever wants to work, because we have a lot of people in our own country that won't even work.
Exactly. A lot of bums.
I appreciate the people that will come here. I wouldn't say bums, because I'm not, you know, there are a lot of homeless people.
No, I ain't talking about homeless people. I'm talking about people that sit at home and don't want to work.
That's a different
case. And then want
to
crap out. They don't have any opportunities out here, and saying that all the foreigners just come over here taking all the jobs.
There are always opportunities.
Let's keep it 100.
It's not going to be what you want it to be. I mean, you're not going to start working at like an office, upper management. No.
Well, let's keep it 100. A lot of y'all being bums out there. I'm going to put that out there.
I'm not saying people are being bums. I'm
bums.
Just saying people need motivation.
Yeah, people need motivation.
We all need motivation.
You know, like, I'm so tired of people in this country hating on the foreigners because they coming over here and creating better opportunities for themselves, and they mad about it. People in this country mad about it, but what are y'all trying to do?
It's not going to be well received, but I agree.
Yeah,
we all need to have that drive.
Everybody go get a 9 to 5, paying $20 an hour, or whatever, $25, get comfortable, don't want to do nothing else.
Right.
Then you have a foreigner who come over here and they say, no, I don't want to work for nobody else.
I want to do better.
I want to do better than that.
Above and beyond.
I want to have my own.
Something for my family.
I'm going to put that work in and get what I came here to get. Right. And they do it, and then we get butthurt. You know what I mean? Like, we got the same opportunity they get. Don't blame it on taxes or they get tax breaks and all that. So what if they get tax breaks? You been here all your life and you ain't figured it out yet. They come over here for 2 years and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We should all
have, and that to me is motivation. I want to be like that.
Right. Stop hating on foreigners and look at what they doing and follow suit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Figure they blueprint out.
Back to the beginning of our message.
Yeah.
Stop hating on people.
Right.
Start motivating and uplifting stuff.
Right. You know what I mean?
We're all here together. We're all on this earth together.
Right.
No one is better than the next person.
Exactly. You got to celebrate the next person's success. You know what I mean?
And you can't be bitter about it. Exactly.
Yeah, jealousy is a weak emotion. Remember that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not mad at no Arabic person or no Chinese person coming
inspiring.
over here. Yeah, I get inspired by that. You know what I'm saying? I want my family to be like that. I want us to be able to shack up in the house, 15 people, put our money together
and get somewhere
and go build something. You know what I mean? We can't do that though. You know what I mean? But don't get mad at them because they can do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't judge people.
That's just a wake up call for American people.
It should be a wake up call for anyone.
Right. For anybody.
If you see the next person doing it, then hey, if they can do it, I can do it.
Exactly.
We should be uplifting people and not just hating on them and saying, well, they got this or they got that. Well, we all have the opportunity.
I'm tired of these foreigners coming over here. They're taking all their jobs. No, y'all just too lazy.
And here's the thing where a lot of people mess up is they have not had to work with foreign people.
Right.
We've worked with them. I know you have. I have. They're just like us. It's not like they're a different breed. They're people. Yeah, they're trying to build something too.
And you got to understand, these people come from countries where they don't have these opportunities, and they coming over here because they trying to provide for their family and do better for their family. So you can't knock nobody that's trying to do that.
And they came likely from an impoverished place.
And I don't care if they do get a tax break. You know what I mean? Hey, if they can come over and get a tax break, you would do the same thing. Anybody in this country would go over to Japan or China or anything if they know they can go over there and live good and live better than they is over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'd go over there and take them opportunities in a minute. But they don't want nobody to come over here to America and, you know what I'm saying, and get an opportunity. You know what I mean?
And we have the freedom of it.
That's ridiculous, man. And that's what I hate about America. It's like,
You don't hate America, though.
No, I don't hate America. I hate things about America. Not about America, about the people in America.
You hate the mindset of people.
I hate the mindset of the average American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just think people over here just a lot, and not everybody, but a lot of people over here, they just closed-minded. They have no ambition. They just like, hey, the average kid is taught, go to school, go to college, get a 9 to 5, work there all your life, retire, and live off your Social Security
and your pension and your IRA if you have one.
Right, and that just sound, and that's cool. That's what floats your boat. You know what I mean? But
I mean even if a person did that, you wouldn't be impoverished.
Right.
But
where's the mindset of owning your own business? What's the mindset of, being able to be in a position where you can create opportunities for the next person?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Family, your kids.
Family, right. Something you can pass on from generation to generation.
Right.
Where's that mindset at? Nobody,
and that's all that other people are trying to do.
Right. That's the mindset.
They're trying to create
I'm
not saying an embassy like it's going to be like big and lavish, But you're trying to pass something down to your family. Exactly. And I think that's the mindset that we all should be in. Because jobs aren't guaranteed.
You know, in the school, they're not teaching you these type of things, you know. They teaching you to be what Katy Perry say. They teaching you how to be chained to the
rhythm.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
By the way, shout out to Katy Perry.
And I'm all for education, you know what I mean? But to me, education is what you can get out of it.
Education, in my opinion, is what you can use to help you. I mean, education is good. Like public school, private school, it's all good.
But you got to know that, you know, it's all about you and your ambition. If you don't have ambition, then I don't care what you do in your life. You're not going to succeed. Period.
If you don't have ambition, I don't think you're going to get anywhere.
Right. You got to have that drive.
And that's the sad thing.
You know, you can go to school for 30 years. If you ain't got the drive,
then you're not going to get anywhere.
That car is not going to move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, you can be a high school dropout. You can be a person who ain't make it past 5th grade. If you got the drive and you got the knowledge. Hey.
Yeah, Bill Gates, I don't think he even graduated from high school.
Yeah, I mean.
And look where he is.
I mean, even if you ain't got the knowledge from school, you know, if you're the person that didn't.
That's another thing.
Sit at school, go on Google. You know what I mean?
That's another thing.
Get some knowledge.
That's another thing. As people think that you graduate from high school, you go to college, you know, which is good. You learn a lot. You learn a lot in the workforce too.
Yeah, you learn a lot.
And you learn a lot from life experience.
But it's more in life to learn about than what they're going to teach you. You know, go pick up a book and read about something. Like, go read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know what I mean? Is that how I go? Poor.
That was a good book.
Yeah, go read that book. Yeah. I bet you they ain't got that book in school.
That was a good book.
You know what I mean? Go read something like that.
But now people pick and choose what they want to teach in school.
Exactly.
So you can't just depend on public or even private schools.
Right.
You really do have to have the life experience.
You gotta get that knowledge, and you gotta go get more knowledge for yourself. You know what I mean? It's way more knowledge out here than what they're going to give you and what they're going to charge you money for. You know. So
once you graduate, 12th grade, you're 17, 18, you're done.
I learned more from Google than I learned from in school. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that so? I got smarter messing with Google.
I hope not Wikipedia, though.
Nah, not Wikipedia. But I'm just saying I learned a lot from Google more than I learned in school. You know
what I mean? Even you know, the shows that they have based on true stories, like Netflix or you know, like biographies.
I don't know. We got to do better. That was my New Year's resolution. Is do better.
My New Year's resolution, I was focusing on doing one good thing per day. And even if it's small, I'm still focusing on doing that. Little steps make big steps.
And I think everybody need to do that. Everybody need to just do something good for somebody, or you know, do something good every day.
Just bless somebody, even if it's small.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I a lot of times in my life, it was a small thing, but it was meaningful. And it was a blessing.
Even if it's giving somebody a job, or you know what I'm saying,
or
shoveling somebody's snow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Helping an old person to carry their groceries to the car.
Yep.
Something. Just do something. You know, quit thinking about yourself. Thinking about what kind of rims you're going to put on your car this summer, and thinking about what kind of paint job, what shoes you're going to buy.
Thinking about yourself
and thinking about somebody else.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of crazy stuff going on out here. Today I seen some dudes about to get into it at work, and it was crazy. It was retarded, you know. But I ain't gonna get into that. We can talk about that another day.
No, you can talk about it.
Nah, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Because it got something to do with work. Now I don't want to talk about work.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's a lot going on in the news.
I think we all need to focus on being good people, better people. We all need to strive to be better people.
Right. Be better, y'all. But I wanted to talk about this new movie that's coming out. The movie with 50 Cent, Ice Cube, son. Den of Thieves.
Is that the one I thought?
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to go see that. That look like that's gonna be good.
50 with the sun.
Y'all better quit hating on 50. He came out with Power.
Power is good.
Y'all trying to say my man's fell off, but he came back with Power. The 50 Central show I haven't seen yet, but I heard it was whack. But I gotta watch it for myself to see that.
I honestly haven't heard anything about it, but Power and his soundtrack for Power, I like 50.
Yeah,
I'm still supporting him.
And 50 steady coming with something. He stay relevant.
He's got a lot of good avenues.
Yeah,
that's the thing about him.
You know, and dude's smart.
Very smart.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he doesn't put all his eggs in one basket.
Exactly. You know, he doing good. I want to see that movie too.
Just like I want to be, or we all should be.
Right.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That Mark Wahlberg movie was good. You ain't like it too much?
It was alright.
That was a good movie.
I mean, it was a good movie. It was based on a true story. I liked it. I just didn't see the climax.
Yeah.
You know, it was good. It was a true story. So,
yeah,
it was good. What was it? What was it called?
Something about money.
Yeah, it was All the Money in the World.
All the Money in the World.
That's what it was called.
I'm waiting on a movie about Prince to come out. That's gonna be it right there. But they got to get somebody real good to play Prince.
Who do you think they could get?
I don't know, because they, you know, when it comes to people like Prince and Michael Jackson,
you have to have somebody really,
Little
really
Richard,
good.
Like people who got like, you know, weird looks. You know what I mean? You know, they always got some old. They always pick the dingiest looking people to play these people. You know what I mean? People that look like clowns. You know what I mean? Like every time I see a movie about Michael Jackson and then somebody playing Michael Jackson, they look like a clown. You know what I mean?
Did you not like the Michael Jackson movie when they were little?
Yeah, that was good, but you know, it's just like when they showed him when he got older, the person that played him, they just, I don't know. You got to really dig deep.
It's really hard to transition from how.
It's hard to play people like Michael Jackson and Prince. You know what I mean? Like you really got to have like the guy who played Tupac. He really looked like Tupac. He
really did. He really did look like him.
He believable as Tupac. Like when I
like
look at him,
movie, by the way.
I see Tupac.
Yeah, I did too.
You know, when I look at,
he was one of the guys that could have his nose pierced and not look gay.
Right, like when Jamie Foxx when he played Ray.
That was believable.
He looked like Ray Charles.
Right.
I felt Ray Charles. Even when
I did too.
Will Smith played Muhammad Ali, he did it good. You know what I mean? When you picking people to play,
you have to really pinpoint it. Yeah, I think
you got to be
you
on
have to
point.
have that energy, and they have to study it.
I hate when people take on a role like that, and it's just not believable to me. You know what I mean? I want to feel like I'm looking at that person. You know what I mean? I want to believe what I'm seeing.
Not that you want to believe that
like
was
the NWA movie. The
right.
NWA movie was on point. You ain't see it though.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
You gotta watch it. You sleeping on that one.
Yeah, I know.
That's a real good one. But so we got another episode coming. You got anything else you want to say, folks?
No, there was something I was thinking about, and I forget.
Ain't no time limits with this podcast, you know.
You got all the time in the world. But there was something I was thinking about. We'll probably have to cut this, but God, I was thinking about something.
And just take your time. This ain't scripted. This is real talk.
It was something. It was a movie.
It's a new movie that's coming out.
No, we were just talking about it. Maybe it was a movie that was coming out. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
we'll talk about it later.
About Dru Hill back together, y'all.
We love Dru. I can't speak for him, but I love Dru Hill.
They dropped the Christmas album. I ain't hear the whole album, but
I'm a fan.
The one song I heard was tight. That was Dru Hill. Like I like to see that everybody bringing back that old school flavor. You know what I mean? Like Bruno Mars and Cardi B. That song they got that made me feel like 93 again. You know what I mean? It made me feel like I feel like I'm in high school again. You know what I'm saying? Going to Fairlane on the weekend and going to what's that store called we used to go to? It was called Coda.
You're looking at me like I know what it is.
Coda. It was like
I'm not that old.
It was like they made like knockoff clothes, all the like popular like Karl Kani's and Cross Colors. They had clothes that was made just like it, but it was cheap. If you put it in the washing machine one time, it shrunk. You only gonna wear that outfit one time. I swear to God. One time you gonna be Gucci one time. After that,
one time, one night,
it's done.
One night going to the club.
It's done. You better off wearing it and returning it. You know what I mean? That was how cheap it was. Cause you ain't gonna have no, you ain't gonna wear it 5 times.
Keep the tags on, right?
Wear it, tuck the tag in, wear it to the club, take it back. Don't get it dirty. Don't drink. If you think you gonna eat some food, put a bib on.
If you're gonna get sloppy,
if you gonna get sloppy, put a bib on, cause they clothes wasn't built for getting dirty. You know what I mean? Cause once you wash it one time, the colors fade, it shrink. You know what I mean? You could have a 2X and it turn into a bra. I'm just telling you. That was so. I mean, but that's what that was 90. That was back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? That was. You know what I mean? You go get fresh for $20. You know, two pair of pants for $20. What can you get that?
Right.
And the jeans used to look cold, but they wasn't gonna last long.
They look cold one time.
Yeah, one time. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I miss the old days.
Well, I think we're signing off.
Yeah, we gonna get out of here. Getting late. Got a busy day tomorrow, but you know, if y'all want to leave a comment. You know, don't say nothing disrespectful though, because I don't play that.
I mean, you can.
I find out where you stay at.
You can.
You know what I mean?
We're not perfect.
You know, remember I'm from Detroit. You know what I mean? I don't play.
Give us your feedback. If you have any suggestions,
I'm from Detroit.
Know.
Don't disrespect us. But anyway, pass the word on. Keep subscribing to our channel, and y'all have a beautiful weekend or a beautiful week, because it's only Monday. I don't care what y'all think about me. I talk weird. My voice deep. I sound like Barry White. Who cares? I'm being me.
People always say that you should be on radio.
I talk fast. People think I'm Mexican sometimes. You know what I mean? But whatever. All right, we signing out. Underground Media. J. Alcatraz.
And Jillian.
100. We out of here.
Bye.
Peace.